This is part of a really, really long-standing culture in the UK. We can go back centuries and see examples of drinking to excess.
Alcohol is certainly a problem in the UK. Opinions and Lifestyle Survey estimated that around 29 million in the UK drink alcohol, with 7.8 million binging on alcohol on their heaviest drinking day. How does this problem of drinking to excess relate to young people and students?
I do think alcohol is a big part for the majority of students.
I think students think that when they come to university, that's quite a big part of their life. The culture at university, I think before students even get here, they're told that, you know, you join a sports team, you drink with them, you join a society, you drink with them, there's nights out. So I think it's when students come to university, it just seems normal that there's going to be a drinking culture.
I think it's difficult for young people not to be involved in some way in their social life with alcohol because it's the norm more than anything else. Now there are people who, you know, say I'm not drinking and sometimes they're included and sometimes they're excluded, but on the whole, I think it's not an easy one to be, you know, a teetotaler.
Like the only kind of place to say was like most things at uni seem to have alcohol involved.
Yeah.
Most things I've done since I'm a freshman, so I've just joined, but most things I've done, they seem to involve around alcohol.
Students will tend to binge drink rather than just have a couple of drinks. Fitting in is definitely part of it. Because if you don't go out and you don't drink with your friends, then people will be like, oh, why are you being boring?
I'm supposed to drink a lot of alcohol and it got quite messy. I don't know, I think it's just you get encouraged by people and you end up drinking loads.
On Friday nights we walk back in our Sober Socials t-shirts and we walk past all the pubs in Selly, and the reactions we get are people just saying, oh, go and get a drink or something like that. There is a lot of stigma against it. We even, I think last year, there was another society started up a month after us called Club, just to counteract us.
There is clearly a problem of alcohol abuse among students, but why is this?
I mean, alcohol is cheap. I think you have to remember that. Alcohol relatively is a lot cheaper to when I was a student. And there's a lot more alcohol available in supermarkets. It's very cheap, and that's why I sort of think minimum unit pricing is one of the things we ought to look at with students is how venues present themselves.
Yep.
So, you know, cheap deals, kind of all that sort of thing. And a lot of venues do their advertising through social media. Now, social media is an increasing, in my view, problem in marketing, particularly products that may be a little bit problematic. I mean, I think the thing that we need to be increasingly aware of is how venues use social media to attract students to particular, you know, nights at a particular price.
The availability of alcohol and normalisation of its abuse among students is apparent. But what are the impacts of this?
From personal experience, I find that when you are under the influence of alcohol, the friendships that you're with or people that you meet aren't as, you don't bond as well as when you're not drunk, and if you're just having a quiz night or just chatting to someone. Your bond to a friend is better, I think, when you're not drunk or under the effects.
Positives will definitely come with if you feel like you have to drink and have to go out to have your friends and to not be like secluded from your friendship group.
Some of them don't remember what happened that evening, and what's the point of going out? Or no night should be finished with you unconscious or vomiting over yourself or anything like that. It's not right.
Also dealing with drunk people, that's really tough.
Alcohol abuse evidently has a negative impact on the way students socialise. What has been done to tackle this problem?
In the States, that has proved partly successful is the idea of norms of behaviour. So, and the thinking there is that a lot of young people think that other young people drink more than they actually do. And so, you know, they'd have signs up saying, do you know that in fact, you know, most of your college peers will only be drinking whatever number of units a week. And there is some evidence to show that kind of showing actually what the norm is can you know, reduce how much people drink. Some colleges have introduced this, particularly in the first week of term, is other ways of enjoying yourself, you know. And just because I think a lot of people actually want to find other ways to enjoy themselves, but you know, if you come to university and basically everything that's on offer is built around alcohol, what are you supposed to do, you know? So I do think, you know, universities and colleges themselves have a big responsibility in offering young people who've come away from home maybe for the very first time other ways to sort of express themselves and do stuff and everything that is fun.
The student mentoring scheme is doing a lot in freshers. I think they have 4 out of the 5 nights they have an event, which is brilliant, and we supply the other event for the 5th night.
It needs to make sure that it's not always kind of linked to then we go out for a drink or whatever, you know.
One aspect of university life, which is notorious for excessive alcohol abuse, are sports initiations.
I know that in sport we're trying to have more training on like lad culture and binge drinking and all initiations in our club conference, so every committee member has to go through that. And I think it's just finding a way to not be patronising, because otherwise students aren't going to listen. So although we can say like initiations shouldn't take place and welcome drinks shouldn't take place, and they're still going to happen, so I suppose it's reaching out to students in a way that they will listen to us. So I think we're still working on that within sports, definitely.
Although there have been like instances of like initiations and stuff where you do drink. Like,
yeah, have you ever had experience of that?
Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I can't really remember those.
So what we do is provide Friday night activities that makes them busy and gives them opportunity to meet people without going to clubs.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's come up this year, actually, whilst I've been sports officer, is that social sector said like it would be good to have some more sober socials like planned by the university or by the guild, which I think is actually quite a good idea, to show that it isn't all about drinking. But I think there's definitely more that could be done around social events that don't have alcohol involved.
Yeah. The students may rely on alcohol or think that that's what they should do. Sober socials, that's not the only option. There are other things that they can do that are equally as fun but affordable and it doesn't require alcohol to do. You're not going to change people, that's the thing. But if we can somehow show them that there are alternatives to having fun but not being like that, even if it is held in a bar but it's people don't get drunk, that's also fine. I think events like that will help, but I'm not sure if it's going to take us all the way.
Our aim is to create a series of regular and novel events that students and young people can attend and not feel pressurised to drink to excess. Our hope is that the novelty factor of these events will encourage people not to rely on alcohol to have fun. The problem of excessive alcohol consumption amongst young people will not be solved overnight, but we hope that by taking small steps, we can help reverse the normalisation of drinking to socialise.